5 technical difficulties.
There we go.
Yep, awesome. I guess my ISP pulled an Xfinity.
Pulled a Drake.
Yeah, exactly.
We should. Well, it doesn't do it to the stream, fortunately. Just to Discord and VC. Whose turn? Doc Fang's turn.
Alright, so what is the plan with this other ship then?
I mean, you guys are you're out of combat, so this thing is doing U-turns out here, and HG said something about his minion.
Yeah, I'm just gonna recast it like he hits the little robot and it turns into a mini version of HG.
Mini me!
Ring in the middle, so it kind of like wobbles around. And I'll have it, for an extra 2 points, I can give it a fly speed of 12, which is actually probably to run this thing down anyway.
Well, then let's roll that and see how you that's a success, but you doesn't have a fly speed though, unless you want to use a red or a blue chip.
I don't need a raise.
Oh, you used 2 extra points.
It's a
gotcha.
PowerPoint. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
So it cost me 8 total.
Good low.
I must say, having a second HG does not fill me with confidence.
Oh, he can throw fire and everything. Yeah.
But it amuses me.
It can get mean.
Just get away from it.
Yeah. He's got all my skills and everything too, so I just send him over and tell him to shut down the engine.
Does he look like HG? Does he stagger like HG?
It's up here. He's got like a spring in the midsection, so he just kind of like wobbles.
There's bobblehead HG.
He spins around.
He's a bobblehead. He's like.
That does not fill me with confidence either.
To simulate the jumping box.
Bobblehead.
Man, I tell you what.
All right, so we start heading over towards the other tug and the barge. See what's up with these folks.
Yeah, and I'll have them just shut down the engine, drop the anchor. That's it. Like, I don't know much about boating, but I don't think that involves much actual driving the ship.
Not really.
Yeah, whereas I've got mechanical knowledge.
Just find the big red button that says stop.
Do we have to pick up the robot thing? Or can it come back?
It comes back.
Okay, cool.
Well, you know,
it ends after a certain duration.
For the sake of brevity, little robot gets over there and, you know, what'd you tell it to do before it left?
To turn down the engine, turn off the engine, and drop the anchor.
Is it smart enough to know how to do that?
Yeah, it's got all my skills and intelligence for the most part.
Okay.
It's 1 die lower than me, so it has a D6 smarts and a D10 spirit.
Alright, the important question to ask, is it an alcohol-powered robot?
Ethanol.
How much booze is that?
Ghost Rock. No, it has to be Ghost Rock.
No, he was asking if it was Bender.
Well, no, I was just thinking HG is powered that way.
Right. It makes sense.
So then, for the sake of brevity, we'll say you can get this thing shut down and get to it. There's been, you know, obviously some flash damage to some shit on here. I don't know what all, but yeah, it's got 2 Gatling guns on it. There's no cannons on these things. 2 Gatling guns on this one. Obviously, 2 sunk here in the salt water. There's some ammunition, a couple of ammunition boxes, and there's a box of Ghost Rock. Roll me a D10. There's 9 pounds of Ghost Rock in here. 9 pounds. So yay. So I don't know how. Yeah.
It's like soul coins, isn't it?
Kind of like soul coins. As a matter of fact,
you don't carry too much.
I started to say it is kind of like soul coins, where I want to know who's carrying this stuff.
Was the tug Ghost Rock powered?
Yeah, your tug's Ghost Rock powered.
Yeah, so it's going in the tugs where the tug's Ghost Rock's kept. Yeah. I mean, to save its place for it.
Yep, exactly. All right, so you guys gonna do anything with the salvage crew?
Well, we get the maze runner and we go back over to the salvage crew. We like tow it over there or whatever. Can't drag the maze runner though.
Why can't we get? It's a tugboat, isn't it?
No, I meant me as the player. I can't drag.
Oh, gotcha.
But yes, we tow the maze runner with the tug, and I can't drag the token with my.
So we might be able to. I mean, if we don't want to keep
So,
it either, since we're heading down into a port, we could be able to sell it.
They were jumping onto the tug when we were helping them. How many people were on this barge? And what does it look like these fellers are doing?
Well, like I said, they've got winches and cables down into the water. There were some divers in the water, and they all kind of climbed up on the side of this barge, and some of them into the tug. They were getting ready to try to defend themselves because this tug and stuff does have, some guns on it. But they were all over on the barge. The tug was just sitting there anchored.
We come in peace.
So you don't know. I mean, you look down on this barge. Give me a notice roll, Timmons.
I'm up in the cabin. I can see down. Let's see.
Okay.
I got my little binoculars. I'm like.
So you see some machinery. You're not sure what it's used for. Well, let's see. What did you roll? Timmons is a notice roll. Was an 8. You know what? That's right. So it looks like a printing press, like you've seen one of these before. Looks like a printing press, and then there's a bunch of other shit. I mean, small boxes, some big pieces of metal, and looks like there's like a crate on here, and they're just dumping shit into this crate in the back of it.
Like that they've been hauling up, like from down below? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, that they've been hauling up. By the time you get this thing shut down, get hooked up to it, and start over here, these guys have gotten into this tugboat, and you see them all manning the cannons and the Gatling guns, and they've got them pointed toward you. And there's a guy standing up there, like in the captain's nest. He's up on the bridge, and he's got his fists on his hip, and he's looking at you like, what are you getting ready to do?
I'm gonna wave.
We got my white flag.
We come in
Timmons
peace.
got his underwear
Hello.
on the stick, waving it around.
Saved your ass.
If I don't
We come-
leave, that's
The
the
white-
you need to leave.
Timmons, is that the white flag or the white and brown flag?
Well, they're more tan, like Civil War
Oh.
bandages.
Oh, Mr. Timmons, you need to perhaps buy some new clothes. They look nasty.
Those are my new ones.
Oh my.
I
You're
just
bad.
bought another head fan. Well, a couple weeks ago, I guess.
Oh, more like the shit hit the fan, my friend.
That's the beans.
I think it may have hit everything.
They don't have no bleach in 1879.
You guys
Pretty
see
sure
that?
they had ammonia.
Yeah,
Chloroform.
yeah, they had ammonia for sure. You see that the majority of this crew looks like there's about 8 people, and the majority of them are all Chinese. You've got the pilot and one other guy that are, of European descent.
I'm gonna wave and cry out, "Hello there! We come in peace" in Mandarin.
We hold up our translator.
Oh, why are you picking me up?
So you can talk louder.
So the captain says, "What is it that you want?"
Well, we were just passing through and we saw these pirates, so we thought we would help you.
Well, I appreciate the
We
help. Thank you.
4 egg rolls.
Have a
a
nice
pint
day.
Do the voice.
Fried rice.
Do the voice. Do the voice.
Oh, thank you very much. Get fuck out of here.
Are you
So,
sure you don't need
My
more
girls?
assistance?
We are fine, I say. Fuck you.
What is it that you are doing over there?
That none your business.
Come on, they can't understand us since we're talking in Mandarin. You can tell me.
Oh, you saying that to him in Mandarin?
Yes, I haven't stopped with that part.
Okay. So, you're still talking in Mandarin. The guy looks back to you and he said, "We're salvaging a transport that was, moving some equipment. We're trying to get what we can off of it. So just a typical
That
salvage
makes sense.
operation."
You run into a lot of pirates around here?
Says maze is full of them. And he looks at those and he goes, "Those were." He tells you that those were from Kang's triad, Warlord Kang.
Oh, fuck Kang.
Timmons
Oh,
like
from
out the
Kang.
tower window and says, "Don't forget the egg rolls and the fortune cookies."
And the fried rice.
I said,
Because all
"Fuck
I
you!
hear-
Get out of here! No
Oh, he's
fried rice
gone.
for you."
Donk's gonna turn to everyone and tell them, apparently those pirates work for that Warlord Kang fellow.
Oh, well now we got a maze runner, so we can sneak in. When we sneak
that
in
makes
that
sense.
way.
Oh, excuse me, salvage operation. Do you know anything about the location of Hattie Hornwell while we're here?
Oh, Hattie Hornwell. Let's see. Let me get this.
Don't forget to tell them they can salvage that maze runner that went down too.
Oh, yes, don't forget that other maze runner looked like you might salvage it.
Oh shit. He says, "What do you want with which?"
We seek to speak to her about various matters involving some other pirate. She is supposed to know everything, and we're hunting down this individual who is not very nice.
Who that you be hunting down?
It was, let me check. Who's the guy we're hunting down again?
I don't remember.
He had hair. He's got hairs.
Rabbit Rand.
Yeah, that's it.
Rabbit Rand's
yes, it was
Hitchcock.
Rabid Rands. Yes, that rabbit guy.
Now are you still? You turn around to these guys and you go, "Who is it again?" And they're like, "Rabbit Rants." With you see the two white guys working down here on this boat, and you see both of them cross themselves like this.
Apparently some of you may have heard of him.
And the Chinese captain of this boat looks at you and he says, what in the world would you want with Rabbit Rants other than a quick death?"
Well, that is kind of the plan, except the quick death would be for him.
And
If I'm not mistaken, there's a bounty out of character.
Yes.
Doesn't say dead or alive though.
oh, you bounty hunters.
Among other things.
Give him our business card, Doc.
Yes, Timmons, get one of the business cards for this man.
Sure. Gives them a shiny business card because they're nice.
Well, he looks
they
at it
don't
for a
serve
second,
food.
and then he reaches inside his cabinet and he hands you one. Hands you a business card.
Is it in Mandarin?
Nope, it's in English. It says RT Chestnut Resupply Company.
Wait a minute.
So
Wait a minute.
familiar.
Wait a minute. Is the Chinaman's business card better looking than Timmons?
Timmons is like looking at this thing like,
Well, it's
yeah, who made
it's-
this card?
it's
This is
not-
really bad.
theirs isn't done in watercolor, if that's what you're asking.
So wait, there's no crayon on it either?
I don't think crayons were invented yet, but
They didn't make it on the printing press? Alright, so why don't we know this name? That's who brought us out here.
It does sound awfully familiar.
That's the guy that brought us to Shanfan the first time from.
As a player, I know who it is. My character has no idea who it is, though.
Can I get a couple more of them cards?
he's like, "Well, sure," and he gets a couple more of them cards and hands them to you. But yeah, it's the guy who actually introduced you to the Sheltons and everything else. Now, you guys who knew the RT Chestnut Company, the people you worked with on that you don't recognize any faces here. It's like a whole different crew. This is a little small crew compared to the one you guys worked with.
Tugs, I'm sure.
Well, they might have had the A team on the other one. This is the B team.
Yeah, well, hell, the other one, they had a gunboat and 2 tugs and 2 barges, and they were trying to get a whole barge load of ghost rock up off the bottom of the ocean. All right. Anything else you want to do with these guys? There's a boat sunk out here.
Did they the 2 white guys? Timothy, did he see that? Did Timothy see the uncomfortableness or whatever they did?
I don't know. Give me a notice roll. Did you give me a notice roll?
And did they say anything about Hattie Hornwell?
You didn't notice them.
He didn't notice shit.
You're like looking at the dirt under your fingernails and shit.
He probably fell asleep.
He tells you that he says, Hattie Hornwell, she sometime come to dock and champagne.
Do you know anyone she speaks to in particular there? Dr. Schultz, why is it that you're poking yourself in the eye?
He used the same binoculars that Timmons used.
Yeah, you guys put that like black ink on it. Now he's got a big black ring around his arm.
We both rolled a natural 1.
I was trying to see if I noticed them crossing themselves because I was going to make them spill the beans, but well, fuck that.
Yeah. No, you didn't really. I mean, those of you, anybody who did notice them crossing themselves, Doc Fang, you would have seen it because you're up there talking to them. It was more like out of fear. Oh, fuck, yeah. Jeb, you saw it, but it was like these guys, when you said Rabid Rance Hitchcock, and they're like, it's more out of fear, and they start looking around like, is he around here? Pretty well known with these maze regulars. He says this guy tells you sometimes Hattie Hornwell comes to the docks up there, and she sells herbs and concoctions and things. And Brad, give me either a straight, just give me a common knowledge roll, and I'm going to give you a +4 on it because you already know this.
All right, I was going to say, can I do streetwise, but +4 is pretty good.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah, you know the little shop where she sells some of her stuff in town sometimes. Because remember, Doc had heard of this lady. Didn't you roll a successful roll when you were back in Shanfan on whether or not you knew her?
I think I knew of her, yeah.
I think you knew of her, and you know where, this little shop that she sells her potions and concoctions and things at down close to the fish docks.
That reminds me. I think thinking about this, I may know this shop where she sells these various concoctions. We should inquire there the next time we are in Shanfan.
That could be a while.
Could be a while. You guys gonna do anything with this other sunk maze runner out here?
No. I'm gonna do nothing with that thing. How deep is it?
It means dark blue water you can't see. You can ask him how deep it is here.
Timmons like, how deep water? He says it loudly.
Water is deep. And then he looks at you and he says in Mandarin, you got a smart-ass captain.
He's not so much a captain as the guy who knows how to work the boat, but let's call him the captain in English. Right, Captain?
Gentleman salutes. This brim of his hat's all floppy.
You captain, what you do with sunk Maze Runner?
We donated to your boss. You have to salvage it.
I really want to hear cocksucker. You're just like,
We put this
We donated.
cocksucker up. You get cocksucker off water bottom.
All right, I think we need to rename our big
boat.
ship back to Big Emmett Ranch. Cocksucker.
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 Or chicken shit. Oh my god.
Jeez, how many times you guys gonna fucking throw that in my face tonight?
Good stuff.
Chicken shit! Cocksuckers! Oh fuck.
We're not going to let you live it down. You know that, right?
That's all right. There's worse things to be known for, I guess.
This is true.
All right, it's time to clean up the combat tracker. I guess you know, Albert is probably not going to join us tonight. I bet he's pretty wore out dealing with a sick kid all night. So I'm gonna pull him and Rob Conway out of here.
He had a combat scene today, and Chat burned through all of his potions, heal pots. Vex kept throwing monsters. He burned all the monsters he could onto the table. And they were already hammered.
Awesome.
The party was split. The cleric was off doing his rogue thing.
If anyone deserves it, I don't know anybody deserves it more than Hengorgio.
He did it pretty good.
He handled it. Oh, he was DMing.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so those guys are gone. Big M Tugboat is there. Maze Runner 14 is the only one left. So we're gonna call this.
I think, yeah.
All right, so
Yeah.
let me move that off of here.
We are dragging the Maze Runner with us, aren't we?
Can we call the one HG in the red shirts?
HG in the red shirts.
Yeah, like a band from the '60s kind of thing.
Cherokee people.
Are we going to tow the Maze Runner, or someone want to drive it?
Yeah, it's drivable, man.
Does anybody else?
We
have
all look
boat?
at HG Willikers.
Guys, I have no boating ability whatsoever.
You know, I have an idea of how I might be able to do that.
The only other person that's got boating is Albert.
Except Doc Fang just had an epiphany.
Uh-oh. Are you sure you don't need toilet paper?
I think he means an apostrophe.
Epiphany?
You mean a suppository?
You are supposed to put that in the other end there, Dr. Schultz.
That wasn't a capsule. That wasn't a pill.
Something you never
I'm going to play the
understood was
epiphany
something
card to get
like-
voting D6.
I'll be shit. Okay, so Doc, you can add boating to your skills with a D6.
But
Good
it's
use
just
of
for
the
this
card.
session.
Oh, is it just for the remainder of this game session? So you look at this boat and you figure out I can probably handle this. Yeah.
I will.
That's
Jeb
Hellstrom.
will accompany.
It's like a green machine. You got-
Jeb will accompany Doc Fong on.
Thank you, Jeb. You can keep a lookout. I assume this works just like the donkey does. Where do you feed it, where do you feed it the carrot?
Make that open in the stream on your player side, Marv.
Do what?
Good luck, Mr. Hexman.
Oh, the card?
No, I said, what do you got on your player screen on the stream? Player screen on the stream.
Player's screen on the stream.
Look at the stream. What's that white box?
What the fuck is that? Oh,
Oh, it
that is
looks
supposed to be
like
the combat tracker. Yeah, here, I'll fix that. That fucked up when we. Very
yeah, I
weird.
was wondering how we see our names at the very bottom of it. So apparently it's right near the top of the screen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
So, and it should be. Oh, you know why?
that's not
Yeah, no, that's actually mine. So let's go back to this. And I didn't have the fucking combat tracker open that whole time. Good cat.
oops.
That's all right.
Shit happens.
Okay, so you guys finish up. Anything else you want to do with these salvage guys?
I'm prepared to be a pirate on
So
ship, though.
we ain't get no egg rolls? Damn it. I thought it was a drive-through.
All right,
Uh-oh.
so
Wait, you gotta look at Brad.
yeah. It's
I
Mr.
am ready to drive the pirate ship. I
What's
found
your
this
favorite
hat
letter?
aboard. Arr.
The sea is my favorite. Yar. The sea.
So what we'll do is clean this thing up. We are done with this map. But I need to get HG a maze runner. So let me go to the vehicles. Maze runner.
HG. Is HG on it with Doc?
Brad, do you just keep that line next to your computer? The little scimitar and the do-rag thing?
Maybe.
I thought he had a dildo.
Like
what?
You don't
Wait,
keep
why is
emergency
it-
pirate supplies?
Where do you keep your pirate supplies at, Vino? I mean,
So am I putting this on Doc Fang's character sheet in his
Yeah.
vehicles or what? Okay. So inventory, vehicles, the Devil's Posse Maze Runner, the DP Maze Runner.
Giggity.
Double
Hang on.
penetration Mason Runner. I love
Double penetration. Oh.
And also, Venno, I have Vivian at my desk.
It's not gay in a three-way.
What?
it. It's only gay if your dick's touch.
Well, how
they
can
probably
they
have
not?
you in the old DP.
I
Well, there
don't think
could be a membrane between them.
And hey, we love people who are gay. We don't care. We're just having a good time. Not a big deal. No shit.
What we will do though is let's take a break about 10 minutes early, and because I know that my dinner is ready upstairs, so I'm gonna go grab some pork tenderloin and stuff. Good? Yay? Nay?
Yeah. Set the
All right.
timer.
I'm going to. I'm gonna set it for 31 pounds. And here we go. We'll be right back. And we're back. But I will spare you guys the ugly scene of me chowing on my food until I'm finished here. That'd be nice, Doc, if you did.
It may hurt if he puts it in there.
So, we're heading to Los Angeles.
You're headed to the port of Los Angeles, and which isn't too far away. You guys were getting pretty close when you came up on this thing.
Do we want to try to come in at night so we're a little less?
Well, you
I
have
don't know,
to you have to beeline for this place. You almost didn't want to stop because you needed to be at noon at
Oh, that's right. Yeah, so we can't spend much time here at all with these guys. Yeah, so
the Fallen Angel Saloon and
10 minutes.
Perdition.
10 minutes.
Oh,
That's all we spend.
holy shit, Benno! Thank you, buddy. Cheer bits, Benno flashing around his biddies.
He's got
Making sure I'm making sure I have the top spot for the rest of the month.
All right, gang. I'm going to reset chips and adventure cards. Yeah? Everybody good with that? Or do you want to ride with what you got?
My card still counts as the remainder of the game session, right?
We need him to drive the boat.
Yep.
I figured it would probably last regardless of whichever one we chose.
Yeah, that makes sense. I do have a question.
Wanted to make sure.
With adventure cards, what if the adventure card doesn't even apply to your character?
As in,
Like, hold on. Like, PowerPoints. My character doesn't have PowerPoints. Does it make a difference when I get that card?
what exactly does it say?
Power surge immediately after all your heroes spirit, or sorry, immediately recover all your heroes spent power points. Yeah, so my understanding is I don't have power points with Schultz.
Right.
You only have one card?
No, I have 3, but what I'm saying is that card, I've drawn that card more than once and it never applies. Can't use it with this character. I was just curious.
Right.
I got him a couple times with Timmons too, and I'm like, I can't use that one.
Yeah, just stuck with him. That's cool. I didn't know.
Yeah.
That's why I support trading.
You got to pass them right. It's like hearts. Pass right. Get stuck with a bitch.
Rigger Raven, thanks for the follow. We're going to kill pretzel over here. We're not going to need that. I'm off camera while I'm eating. I'm trying to spare the world that ugly sight. You guys continue the rest of the way in. It gets dark. And you guys, well, you knew you had to travel through the night to get here on time. You knew you needed to be in Los Angeles by sunrise. Do what?
It was a joke, Marb. I can see in the dark.
Oh, yeah.
Ben, you know about me in the dark.
You know.
Fortunately, Jeb's on another ship with Doc Fong.
Jeb, you can see quite well still, right? Please keep an eye out.
Oh, God. What have you sent me now? Always worry when he sends me something during a stream.
Timmons is going to follow the Maze Runner.
You mean like last week?
Yes, hey, Joey's here. Oh yeah, Jingo the Fool's got a stream running too. He does it's Deadlands Thursday, man. Didn't you get the memo? So anyway, you guys continue through the night. I'm definitely going to need a boating roll from Timmons.
Emmons is following the Maze Runner, but
Do
All
you want
right,
me
so
to give a
like,
boating roll?
do you got lights or something on these boats that lanterns or?
I have
the
Jeb.
tug would have to be running dark, I would think. But the back of the Maze Runner could have a little light, right?
And the Maze
And
Runner's
that's what
got
I'm
Jeb
following.
in the front.
All these boats
So
would have lanterns on them and bullseye lanterns for sending signals on military boats.
I'm sure they do, but we don't want to run a bunch of bright lights. I still give you my boating. There you go.
3 Deadlands streams.
But Jeb, do keep an eye out.
Uh-oh.
It's a bit difficult to see, and I believe you can.
Oh, right. Where is it?
All right, so you guys both succeeded on your boating rolls.
I'm keeping an eye out.
And if Timmons is following a light on the back of the Maze Runner, it's not going to really apply to him anyway. But because if you hit something, he's hitting something too. Probably your ass end of this Maze Runner. Probably be a big collision. Durnk Industries? Oh, like Drunk Industries? Durnk Industries? Sun starts coming up. And if you read the chart right,
Have you ever been to this Lost Angels place? I have not.
if you've read
So
the
you'll know
charts
it when
right,
we see it, right?
when you round this next mesa, you should be able to see it. Let's see if you've been able to navigate properly. Do you have navigation skill?
Is that a skill?
I don't think that's a skill.
That's a really bad time to be asking this.
I'm fucking
Yeah,
with
that's
you.
not a skill, my
I think
friend.
that's boating
Yeah.
or notice.
I'm fucking with you. So yeah,
I would hope that navigation would go with the boating.
well, when you get close enough, you see a lot of boats kind of heading out of there anyway. There's like a bunch of boats keep coming out of this from behind this mesa in front of you. And you come around a corner, and the Port of Lost Angels opens up, and it's fucking huge.
That is quite big indeed.
Why, thank you. That's what she said.
Ha!
Well, we sailed out of this, didn't we? We've been here. Yeah.
You sailed out south of here. You didn't sail out of Lost Angels.
Oh,
You
that's
were
right.
you were off the coast. Matter of fact, let me pull up. I redid the maps. Hopefully they work this time for you guys. So, images all. What is your binge? Here, California Maze map, Southern California.
That worked.
Purdy.
Good deal. All right. And guys, talk amongst yourselves for a second. I gotta check something. It's hotter than hell in here. I wonder if my air conditioners quit. That would suck.
So,
That was,
boys, what do you think? We just pull up to a dock and get off? What do you think?
Yeah, try to blend in. Hopefully they don't remember us.
I got some of these here business cards that say we working for GT, whatever they say.
Have you gentlemen been here before?
Sorta. Just on the outskirts, on the east side.
Is there a reason they would remember you?
We killed a bunch of them.
So what we probably should have discussed is like who we're going to say these boats belong to. Like perhaps we should use the people who've never been there and caused explosions.
Oh, we are a new company out of Shanfan looking to sell wares. Yes.
I got these business cards
Is
from
that
the
why you asked for them
transportation
cards?
guy. Yeah.
That would definitely be a reason for them to remember you.
Blowing them up? Yeah. No, we shot them all, I think.
I think that was HG that blew them all up.
Is there explosions?
That does sound like HG, to be fair.
Well, if
And
there was
yeah,
blowing up, it was done by him.
And Jay, the California map is working, and I almost called it South Carolina.
Just got back from there.
You're lucky.
Welcome to South Carolina.
So we're looking for places that have tugs and barges, not like, motorboats and maze runners.
It's like when she barges in and tugs on your. Ain't nothing like it. Oh shit!
Here I come. Ready or not. The first thing you guys would notice is these big ironclad gunships with like 12 cannons down each side.
Someone's ready for war.
Oh my.
And they say Wasatch on the side of them.
What does that say there, Jeb?
That
Watch it.
railroad, the one that runs up north, had a petition.
Oh, that's that railroad, yes?
That's the one that the scientist guy, doctor guy,
That
Hellstrom.
Well, it's written
the
right
one who
underneath
is-
it. Hellstrom Industries.
Yeah,
yes,
that's
the
the
one
one-
who has created our robot friend.
We should push him down into the hold.
Well, I think you're probably already down the hole, and Albert's probably drunk or otherwise inebriated.
Down in the hold. Sorry.
That's where she puts it after she tugs it.
So what time of day is it? I mean, we how much time do we got to mess around with the docks?
It's,
Or we need to like pull it, tie off, and take off running.
You
We
figure
have
the
horses?
sun will be coming up. It's light outside. And the sun should be rising over the mountains here probably in the next 30 minutes or so.
So it's approaching dawn.
Gentlemen, I've not been here. We can dock and I can do the introductions. You make yourselves, not too obvious, perhaps, and we can go about our business.
That means no blowing anybody up this time, HG.
I'll be securing the vessel.
You mean the vessels? Or did we leave the barge
I have
somewhere?
that one up too. I guess I can.
It's being pulled, isn't it? Or
No,
No.
they were driving it. We were the tug was following Jeb in the boat because he had dark vision.
Yes. Do you see where we can put this ship here, Jeb?
Yeah, you are a tugboat without a barge or anything to tug, so.
Yeah, right over there.
Actually,
Okay.
the closer you get into this port, all of a sudden you see this little runabout boat. A little bit smaller than one of these maze runners, but obviously motor powered. And it's heading straight at you. it gets within about 50 yards and shuts down, and you see one of the 3 guys on it waving his hand at you like, shut it down, shut it down. And then you can
I
see,
wave back.
you see on the side of this thing, Port Authority.
I think they're the local authority in the
Roll.
Ah, well, let me see. I think this is how you stop it from going.
Timmons is like pulling up on the other side.
So you guys shut it down. They kind of
Yep.
idle up. You see one of them steps up with a clipboard and he says, name of the company?
Yazoo Inc.
Yazoo Inc.
What's it say on the business card?
RT Chestnut Resupply Company.
Yeah, that.
T Chestnut Resupply Companies. I show him a card.
He steps forward and takes the card. He said, well, that would explain the tugboat. All right. You can motor on in. This one here behind you. They with you?
Yep.
Yeah, that's protection.
All right, I need you to go over to pier number 6. You can get moorings at pier number 6 for both of you.
All right, Captain.
You gentlemen have a blessed day. Welcome to Los Angeles. Praise the Lord. And they turn around and they motor off.
Praise the Lord. Yes.
Like,
The hell?
Marb, you get fried?
tugboat noise.
I thought that was
Oh.
Drake putting new batteries in his vibrator.
That's tugboat noise.
I thought it was
That sounds like a leaf blower.
That's what a good vibrator sounds like.
Yeah.
I like when they change gears.
Hitachi Magic Wand. That is one.
All right, so we go to Pier 6 and we tie off and
Ew, it was bubbly. Oh.
And gentlemen, you try to look in God, good God, can't say it. You try to look. Fucking lost the word. Inconspicuous. That's the word I've been looking for. Yes, you'll try to look inconspicuous.
I do hope none of them explode anything or proclaim loudly who we actually are,
Timmons.
No, we'll
or set
don't know
fire
that.
to 1/3 of the city.
Timmons, while we're in Los Angeles, you are completely mute.
Here, chew upon this leaf.
that didn't work out so well last time, but okay.
I was thinking there was a. Well, you guys do see right in the middle, the heart of this city, the whole city is built in like a big semicircle around this huge cathedral.
That is a big cathedral. What exactly are they trying to compensate for?
You'd have to ask Reverend Grimm that.
Where is...
Yeah, well,
What is the arrow pointing at?
It's been my experience that most reverends are fucking the flock, so to speak. So that has something to do with the cathedral. Just so you know.
Ah. A room for many parishioners.
Indeed.
Yeah, well, if we ever meet the great Reverend Grimm, I'm gonna show him where he can shove it.
I guess it's a complete circle, like a wheel around this thing.
That's an
Oh
interesting map.
yes, I forgot to. Well, that came with the. I didn't. Yeah.
Yeah.
Obviously, this isn't one of mine.
No, it's not, but it's an interesting map nonetheless.
It is. It's bright and colorful. Um,
Hmm.
so you would have noticed as you came in from the North Channel up here. So like up in that direction. Ah shit, I can't. This thing isn't even sized right on my. I'm looking at trying to resize shit on a stream client.
We
Yes, the
came
North
from
Channel.
probably that.
You
Yeah.
came from there, and off to your south, you
So
can
we're probably here
see
somewhere.
this huge island with you're like you kind of came down through here like so. You met up with the guy right here, and he says go to pier number 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you're about right in the middle, right about where that ship is. And you get
That
close
one.
enough that you can see this island, and of course they're pretty small from where you're at, but you can see bars on all the windows, and there's no doubt about it that this is a huge prison sitting out here in the back.
Is that the one I think it is?
I don't know which one you think it is.
No.
No, that's San Francisco, isn't it?
Yes.
Oh, Alcatraz? No, it's not
Rock.
Alcatraz.
Yeah, that's it.
I-
I couldn't think of the name of it.
Certainly Alcatraz.
It's probably representing the Rock. It's
Mhm.
Rock Island. It's
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Rock Lobster?
Da 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 da.
so. Where's the place we need to go?
You
The
need to
name
go
of the
Perdition.
Tradition.
And so Perdition, I said earlier that it was like, half a day's walk or whatever. Basically, according to the map that I found of this, and I found one little blurb in there about the location of Perdition in relationship to the location of Los Angeles, right? So I
Right.
knew it was east of the city. However, I did not realize that it was actually right outside the city and where oh hell, the ghost rock bombs were dropped when you guys saw the the big battle of the railway lords, railroad lords or whatever. Uh, part of Los Angeles, like the east end of it over, uh, from about if the city is, because you can't see the east end of the map and there's a reason for that. From about where this map ends onto the east, where the city would normally end, is just ruin and desolation. And as a matter of fact, you can still see smoke coming from the east side of the city. And on the bluffs, there's like these cliff faces past that on further east. And on top of those cliffs is the town of Perdition. So from where you're at here, you figure you can probably walk there in the next 2 hours anyway.
Sounds good to me.
And why is that area all ruined and smoky? Did you visit it already, HG?
Yes, but he wasn't the cause of it.
Oh.
That was Grimm and Hellstrom and who knows whoever else. It was a war of, or it was a battle of the railway barons. I think that
We
may have
didn't-
been before you joined, Brad.
we didn't bring
Yes.
mules or horses or anything, did we?
I
don't
think we
think so.
did. I think we
No,
did
you
on the
didn't.
barge. We didn't?
You were only in
We
a tugboat.
took them to Shanfan.
right.
I know the mules are in at the stables, but I don't
I
remember
think
what
we
you
took
guys
them
did
all
with your
back to
horses.
the island. We left them there.
No, the mules are in Shanfan with the wagons. That's I'm for sure about that.
Grab something to drink.
Right.
They're in the livery.
Well,
But
it's not too far, or perhaps we
pretty
could rent
sure
some
you
horses.
guys took your horses. We don't need horses. We can walk. He said in 2
Well,
hours.
Yeah, well, we also just took the tugboat, so we wouldn't have the barge with the horses.
Right. I guess you could squeeze a couple of horses on a tug, but That'd be good.
No, you guys didn't bring horses. We had this conversation, and you knew you had to travel at nighttime and everything else. So,
Yeah.
so I guess you just
Well-
start walking through the city. One of the things you're going to notice is everywhere you look, you see Hellstrom Industries, Wasatch Railroad. Everywhere you look, it's almost like they own the whole fucking dock section of the city.
That speaks to the roleplay portion. What are we doing with Albert and his boy?
Maybe they can guard the ship.
That's
I mean,
what I
we
was.
gotta leave. We gotta leave the freaking the machine gun guy on the boat. I mean,
Rob.
Yeah.
Rob the
I
robot.
think he should stay hidden. I mean, we hook him up to some water and leave him underneath the.
We can hide, and Albert can keep an eye out to make sure no one goes looking around and where he's at.
Yeah, just keep him down in below deck or something, and he should be good.
Yeah, you could keep him down in the cabin. Stay out of sight. I mean, the guy, he's not your typical automaton. I mean, he's got cognitive. Yeah.
He's sentient.
Yes.
He done got some brain.
Do we have anything else we needed to do in LA? LA.
Well, that technically works.
I mean, that's not inaccurate.
I suggest we just keep our heads low, and those of you who have caused trouble here before, do not act suspicious.
Timmons thinks I think we should just go over there and find this place and Perdition and just hang around over there.
I hear the Explorer Society often has good lunches, so we should hurry for that.
Yeah, you figure that. I mean, you've probably got. Let's see, what is the date anyway? Took you a couple days to get here, so let's
I
update the
think it was
calendar.
Saturday.
It was Friday when you left Big M Ranch. Took you, say, sun's coming up on Saturday. Yes, indeed.
Perhaps they can have some of those tacos you like, Timmons.
Taco
was it,
Tuesday?
Tuesday?
I thought you can only get food on Sunday.
Well, free food on
No.
Sunday,
Not from the Explorer Society.
but it's Saturday.
Yes, so you can't get it from
Tuesday
this
at the
Reverend
Flower
fellow.
Society? Let's go. Timmons is pushing through the crowd now. Making a wave. Pushing his clearing the path. So we can go faster.
So you're going in ass first and just farting?
No, I got my underwear on a stick.
Oh yeah, that's not gonna draw attention, thank you.
You start down the docks here, and you notice that everybody's kind of looking at you because I'd imagine you guys are all packing rifles and wearing sidearms and stuff.
Yeah.
Yep.
Should we not be doing that?
Well, you're getting a lot of attention. A lot of people turning their heads, looking at you, and kind of moving the other direction. You see, looks like what's probably law enforcement down the dock here. Oh, about another 150 yards, maybe. Probably close to the Port Authority's office, Harbor Master's
Gentlemen.
office.
This is not looking good.
Let's just pretend we do not see them and walk slowly that way. And by that, I mean quickly.
It's exactly what Timmons is doing.
I'm sticking to the shadows.
Timmons is move over here. Come on, Doc. You in.
Ah, yes, my height is helping with the
Hey.
shadows here.
AC, don't step over there. Don't.
Schultz is spreading. He's opening up his jacket and spreading the jacket apart as far as he can. He's stretching, trying to make himself as big as possible to cover as the rest of the group are trying to sneak away.
Especially HG.
Now you guys realize you've got a whole city to walk through to try to get through here, and you finally realize why everybody's looking at you when you see this big billboard that says no firearms of any kind without prior authorization. And things like newly arrived, question mark, make sure to visit one of the chapels and register for the Sunday feasts. Welcome, pilgrim. Heaven awaits you.
Oh, fuck that.
Hey, Timmons, you did the proper paperwork, right?
I got the paperwork right over here. And Timmons picks up a broom that's like laying somewhere, starts tying it to his rifle.
What?
I want to make it look like a broom.
So that is your broomstick now?
Yep, I'm sweeping. Sweep, sweep, look.
Oh,
Sweep,
he's
sweep,
a witch.
sweep, sweep. He's sweeping. He starts sweeping with it. See?
Timmons, shouldn't you use the other side for sweeping?
Give me a performance roll.
Performance? I don't have performance.
Oh,
I
then
guess
that
I
would
use
be
it
unskilled.
There you go.
Oh,
Yeah, so Timmons,
After-
maybe you should use the right side to sweep.
Just like sweep, sweep, shoots the brim of his hat off. Oh,
Please,
it had it loaded.
Please don't say the gun goes off.
I was gonna say, yeah, roll me a d20, and on a 1 or a 2, the gun goes off.
No, it goes off and it goes click. Oh, it wasn't loaded.
Didn't have one in the chamber. Awesome.
I'm just saying we could just let's get a wagon or something and put all this stuff in it. There's a rickshaw. Is there rickshaws?
All vehicles moored within the harbor must be registered at the harbor master's office. The next thing you read on there. So you figure where these 20 or 30 law enforcement kind of looking people gathered up around here, right under the big sign that says harbor master. That's where you got to go, and you're all carrying guns.
That's what I'm saying. We step like around the corner of a building and hide for a second so we're not spotted, and then we're going to have a discussion on what we're doing with our guns. Who doesn't have a gun?
I don't have a gun.
Well, Timmons can hide. I mean, he's got a big coat, so he can hide most of his guns. He can't hide this freaking Winchester, though. So he ties it to a broom. He's like, it doesn't look very odd, though. It's like,
No,
looks like a Winchester.
looks like a
tied to
Winchester with a
broom.
broom tied to it. That's what it looks like.
You know what? Jeb's going to reach into his pocket, and he still has the Denver badge from before. The one that he buried was his original badge.
Yeah, from
So
what's its fuck Kansas, wherever you were out there.
Smallville.
Kansas.
How can you forget that?
I don't. I just slipped my mind, dude. Happens. My
Law
age.
don't go around here, law dog. Just saying.
Law don't go
Well,
around here, law dog.
No, I just figured if he was, actually a deputy, that that would be authority enough to carry weapons, at least for Jeb.
Let's go quickly just in case.
You gonna register the boat?
Yeah, we
He
probably
wants
need.
to hide some of his weapons in a barrel or something before he goes to registers.
I mean, you could walk down there and register the boat, and then come back here and maybe try to tuck some of your guns away, and maybe your
That's what I was
sidearms.
talking about.
Okay.
Finding a place to hide him, or somebody hold on to him, and then he's going to go down there. I mean, if you want Timmons to do this now.
Just don't tell the truth.
Should perhaps me or
what do you
Dr.
mean?
Schultz go?
Yeah, Timmons, perhaps one of us should accompany you. Just so that, they don't get the wrong impression, so to speak. What do you say?
I just gonna tell him I'm here to pick up some supplies.
Now, you said you were going to be mute, or someone said you were going to be mute in this town.
That was Jed's idea, and I kind of agree with it.
But
So it's kind of hard for me to go register a boat if I'm
But-
mute now.
but you're also the businessman and the more likely one to succeed in that instance. Just try to not give away too much information if you don't have to.
Just
Well,
ask
I don't know what
yourself,
kind of questions
what
they're gonna
would
ask me.
Jeb
Hey,
do?
what do you? What? I ain't like Little Beaver or not Little Beaver, Paloma, and know stuff with Beatrice.
Question
What's
is,
Little Beaver gonna do?
Mm,
where is Little Beaver?
He's probably
Beaver.
hiding.
stay here.
On boat.
He's just kind of. So Timmons will give his stuff to Jeb. Here.
All right, let's take a Little Beaver out of the combat tracker. We're going to take the Big M tugboat out of the combat tracker. Kind of tidy
Yeah.
things up. That tugboat is gone for sure. That barge is not here anymore.
Yeah, Jeb will definitely take Timmons' weapons and hold them while he's registering the ship.
Okay.
I'll look nondescript in a very obvious way.
So let me know, is anybody carrying a long gun?
I'm carrying a Winchester,
Yeah.
but I put on the deputy's badge from Denver. If somebody,
Here, Jeb, hold my Winchester as well.
oh, that's, jeez. Now I'm going to look like a fucking armory.
Well, there is a lot of crime in Denver.
Mr. Hexman, would you mind holding something for me as well?
What do I look like? Your fucking valet?
Maybe we should put these back in the ship.
It's my pea shooter.
Hey, Jeb. Either you, I'll stay here and you can go. I think you have a good time talking to him.
I mean, you guys don't all have to walk down there with these weapons. You can send one or two people down, register the boat, then come back, slip all your shit into your coats, and try to sneak through the city if you want. You don't have to all walk down there.
Yeah, so Timmons can go down there and Jeb's holding his guns. I was going to say I was going to try to distract anyone who was looking over that way.
So, Doc Fang, are you going down there looking like Redbeard, the pirate?
No, I'll be over by Jeb to distract from the fact that he's holding all these guns.
Ah.
Well, now
So it's just me and Schultz then, right?
I
It's
must
just Timmons and Schultz.
loudly
prob-
sort my herbs.
Probably
okay.
the safest way would be...
Okay, this is what I'll. Since two people are going, I will hold their weapons. Everybody else can hold their fucking own.
But if you do not hold mine when I make this distraction, they will see me with a gun.
Then don't make the distraction. We're not going hopefully nowhere near the harbor master and where all the cops are.
Right, Timmons is taking his.
Stay here then.
His knife. You see plenty of... All these sailors down here got knives on their side.
Yeah, Timmons has got his. I mean, he keeps his knife under his coat, but he takes
Right.
it.
Okay, so you and Dr. Schultz walk up to the harbor master's office, and you see basically what looks like two flights of angels. There's probably 30 of these.
Oh, fuck me.
Yeah, there's probably about 30 of these angels milling around this place. You walk inside, and it's a small office and a couple of desks, and then you can see what is probably the harbor master's office back behind a door in there. Yep, can I help you? What one of the dudes said.
We hear they register a couple of boats.
All right.
Timmons
Name?
pulls out a big wad of money. The name of the boat or my name?
You pull out a big wad of money? Hang on just a second here.
Yeah.
Let me find...
Hey, money talks.
You know, I am money.
Oh, this guy's looking down at his. He's looking down at his thing, writing. He's not even looking at you when he says this. He's like waiting for you to give him a name so he can write it down. And then you sitting there counting these bills, and he finally stops and he looks up at you. And doesn't really seem to affect him too much. What is the name?
The name of the boat or my name?
What is your name or your company name? Have you never docked in the port of Los Angeles, sir?
I'm new. I just started working. Here's my card right here. And I handed in JT's card.
RT Chestnut Resupply Company.
Yeah,
Oh,
I just started working for him.
new pilot. Very good. Welcome to the city. And then he asks you for, what pier you're at and what slip and all that
6.
stuff. And just the one vessel?
Pier 6. No, we have 2 vessels. 2 vessels. 2.
2 vessels?
2 vessels, yes. 2
Two vessels. Both
No,
at
no.
Pier 6? And both under
That-
RT Chestnut?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. It'll be $10. Silver or gold preferred, gentlemen.
Very
I
well.
took him, 10 silver dollars.
And Dr. Schultz, give me a notice roll. Tim, would you give me a notice roll too? So you see these other two guys that are just kind of standing over in the corner, and they're not dressed in the red robes or anything else, but they've both got, like 44 strapped to their side. And they're standing there and they're just watching you. Both their 44s, their holsters are tied down to their leg.
What day is it?
It is Saturday at 6 a.m.
And Sunday is when the big Sunday dinner is. Okay.
They look like they got a badge or something.
No, sir.
I'm going to look at the harbor master and say, permit me to ask you, I have seen this big billboard about the Sunday dinner together with the church. I
Oh.
myself am a religious man. My father was a reverend. How would I sign up for this? Who would I speak to perhaps?
Oh, well,
It's my name.
Oh, yes, that's the big event of the week. You would just stop by the Cathedral Plaza up there. I mean, surely you saw the cathedral when you came in.
Oh yes, magnificent. I back in my home country we have nothing quite as magnificent as that. Amazing work craftsmanship, gentlemen. Amazing.
Well, there's no need to register. Just show up tomorrow at noon and enjoy the festivities. It's the highlight of the week, gentlemen. You've come to the right place. Your spirits will be moved.
Very, very, very good. Sounds very good. Will I see all of you gentlemen there as well?
The other two just look at you. They don't say anything. They don't answer nothing. Says, no, you probably won't see them. Security detail.
Oh, that gentleman, that is too bad. There's nothing quite as wonderful as having your spirits uplifted by a rousing event. I feel sorry for you. Hopefully, you'll be able to make it soon.
Enjoy your stay in the great city of Los Angeles.
Thank you. We are looking very, very forward to it. Absolutely. Good day.
Excuse me, Doc Master. Could you point me in the right direction of where we might be able to hire a wagon and maybe some beasts of burden?
Wagon and what was that, sir?
And perhaps a room
Beasts of burden.
where we could draw the curtains.
Beasts
Horses.
of burden. Oh,
Mules, donkeys, oxen.
I'd say closest place would be one of them liveries up there by, next to any one of the hotels on, the outer rings of the city. And then, of course, the northern section is where the new railhead offices are being built and the Wasatch line is coming in. And he kind of points up and towards this part of the city.
So nothing next door.
Well, I don't know. You stick your head outside and kind of look around. You get off the waterfront here, and you can see some
We're-
hotels back in there. So there's probably livery stables.
Yeah,
somewhere.
and then we're on the pier, so the outer ring is right next to where we are, so to speak. We just have to go up a bit. So yeah, it's easily done.
All right, so you make your way back to the boat and meet up with the rest of them.
Yeah, to where they're hiding out there next to the pier.
All right, so like the harbor master's office is like, right here, and you guys are anchored like about 150 yards up here, or moored, not anchored, moored, up there at that pier. So you make your way back. Both of you give me notice rolls again, and anybody who's standing out there on the docks make notice. Oh fuck.
Someone is following us.
Yeah, you're so on top of it, Dr. Schultz, that you were fairly certain what these two gunslingers here would do when you walked out of here anyway. And you kind of stop and turn around and look like you're marveling at the city, and you notice that they're both standing outside the door looking your direction.
Marvelous city. I've not seen this in a long, long while. Isn't that right, Timmons? Wonderful architecture. Look at this craftsmanship.
Sorry, Doc. I got a gnat in my eye. It's burning.
Yep, got a gnat in your eye. Doc Fang,
Okay.
you and Jeb also, as you're looking down towards the harbor master's, you see Timmons and Dr. Schultz come out, and they walk a little bit, and then you see these other two cats. You can't really see them very well from where you're at, but they kind of just walk up, open the door again, and stand there in the doorway and watch the two of them walk away. Then you see Dr. Schultz stop, and he's looking up at the cathedral, and he's kind of looking around, and he's making these gestures. Wow, look at this. And Timmons is going, I got a gnat in my eye. And you can't really see what he's doing. It looks like he's digging something out of his eye. But you definitely notice that these two guys are watching Timmons and Dr. Schultz. And no, I don't want to update my antivirus software right now. Thank you. And you make your way back to the boats, and you guys are all together and ready to make your way through the city.
Were those gentlemen following you?
Oh, yes. They were following us.
I wonder if they're going to continue to follow us.
You look back down there, and you don't see either one of them.
Let's keep an eye out just in case.
You actually kind of see them kind of step back inside and shut the door, like, yeah.
Okay, so they were just making sure that they left and didn't cause problems, type of thing.
Maybe.
We went back the way we came. We told them.
Yep.
So how secure do we anticipate our boats being?
Pretty
looking
fucking
around.
secure. Pretty fucking secure.
I mean, we're leaving Albert, Rob, and Little Beaver on the boat. Is that correct?
It is so secure that if we burn half the city down, you can guarantee we're not getting these boats back.
HG.
Just gonna throw that out there.
Look, HG, it's a city. Let's burn a neighborhood or two.
So
Must
Marbanya,
accuse the
I've always
spirits.
assumed that
We need
Timmons kept
company.
his shotgun like under his jacket fairly well.
I mean, is it a shotgun or a sawed-off shotgun?
Well, it's a shorter. I mean, Timmons is a big guy
It's a
too, so
double barrel.
it's not a. Yeah.
Yep. So,
Well, we never nerfed its range or anything.
so it's not a sawed-off. So it's probably a good.
Two-shot shotgun, and he could hang it, on a sling on his jacket. I mean, if somebody searched him or something, they'd definitely find it. I mean,
Right. So the spirit
but
seed.
rifles and stuff, I think he's going to leave his rifle on the tug.
Yeah, can we perhaps drop off our obvious guns on the ship?
Find a place to secure them.
Yeah, unless you've got like a duster or something, you're probably not going to be able to hide a.
I've got a duster.
If
Yeah,
you've got a
that's what
duster,
Timmons has on is a
Yep.
duster.
yeah,
Everyone's got a duster.
if you've got
'Cause
dusters, you could probably hide a long gun under the dusters. Maybe not the Buffalo Sharps, the Sharps 50, Big 50.
Winchester 73, I don't think so either.
Yeah, Winchester 73 is about maybe just shy of 3 feet long. So you could easily hide
And
that.
Timmons won't bring his stash of dynamite. He is going to have his pistol, his double barrel under his jacket, and his knife. That's it.
Okay.
Schultz will leave his sharps there. He will take his snubby little derringer that he keeps hidden, and a stick or two of dynamite.
Okay.
And he will try to conceal his peacemaker on his hip.
All right. So how long is your jacket? I mean, you could probably tuck it in your waistband at your back.
Yeah, that's what it'll do.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to get you a holster, Doctor.
That's more of a, I like to keep it somewhat of a surprise. I actually have a firearm, I don't like it to be out.
You mean like the snub pistol you keep in your ankle?
What snub pistol I keep in my ankle, young man?
Mr. Nosy Body.
Then it actually isn't that. He actually has something up his sleeve that he ejects it into his hand in case he needs it. Kind of like the character in the Django.
Yeah. The little two-shot derringer.
Yep.
He killed like 3 people with that thing.
Yep. Okay, so we will say that you guys have taken the time to kind of stash your weapons on your person. Tuck your long guns up underneath your dusters, those that are wearing dusters. And we're going to do...
Stream just quit. Or is it me?
What? I think
Browser
it may be.
encountered an error.
It was me.
Oh, it happened to me too.
Happened to me too. Reloading. So it must have been a Twitch issue. Because I'm still looking at... I've not lost connection here. I got a persistent
Your
ping
stream's
running.
still going.
Yep. So we're going to roll one stealth roll in the tower, you guys that are going through town here. All right, and this will
Who
cover
has
your
the best
entire
stealth?
trip. And the way I understand it, are you seriously stopping by Cathedral Plaza? Or are you just going to show up there at noon tomorrow for dinner?
I think we should skirt the outside and avoid that entirely for now.
I
Agreed.
think we might be long gone by noon tomorrow.
All right,
Unless we
so
for it for some reason.
6 red chips, 18 white chips. I'm going to reset the chips because
Oh.
Timmons has an 8 in stealth.
do you guys not want me to reset
but I
the
have
chips and the cards?
I'm
Not really.
That? Oh,
I
I
don't
care.
mind either way.
I'm good if you do, because I don't have a use for any of these.
Well, I've already used my adventure card, but I have 4 bennies or chips.
Well, you'll have 4 here too.
No, I wouldn't. If you reset chips, I'll get 3.
Oh, that's
If
terrible.
we're about to reset the cards,
Yeah.
Oh, never mind. It's a smart space skill roll.
It's a what? A smart skill roll?
Smart space. I did it like the spirits told me.
Yeah.
So I was gonna turn it into stealth real quick.
Okay. So then I'm going to do some reset.
I'm guessing this counts as an urban area and not wilderness, right?
All right. Did it already deal chips to you?
No.
New
Negative.
chips? Okay. Good.
I think you've just reset them.
Yes. Main. Reset. Boom. Reset adventure. Boom. I'll give you guys just a minute to read over those, discuss what you got, maybe come up with a strategy with some of your cards and stuff as you're. I'm listening to you, but I've got to step over here to the door for a second.
I got a couple of decent ones.
I got Epiphany back.
I got peace.
I got Here Comes the Cavalry, Love Interest, and Noble Sacrifice.
Let's go meet Reverend Grimm.
I am not falling. I do not want Reverend Grimm to fall in love with me.
Or what about Sister Agatha? Or Abatha?
Let's go meet Kurt Estrad.
Hey, don't go stealing my girlfriend.
Oh, yeah.
If
What would Epic do?
Hey, HE, if we do have Abatha this session, I will give you the love interest card.
In the other game, one character has.
Actually, if you use it, I can take it. Oh no, never mind. I got the other one. I can look through the adventure deck and pick any remaining one of my choice. I thought it was the discard one.
Not today is a good one to take if nobody has it.
That's a good one.
True.
Or not you, me, or not me, but you.
Better you.
I got
Better you.
I got better you than me.
Oh, that's a
I actually got a bunch of good ones. I got better you than me. I've got power surge. Perfect timing is the one that lets you take something.
I'm not sure what perfect timing
And
is.
Saints and Martyrs. It's one that lets me look through the adventure deck for another card. So,
Okay, gotcha.
if we wanted to start a fire, I could blow through all my PowerPoints real fast and then replenish them all.
No, that's okay.
And then Jeb can call the cavalry.
Just lay siege to the city all of a sudden.
Well, let's hold off on doing that for now, HG. It's still a good possibility in the future.
We need to see how flammable the cathedral is first.
The cathedral?
The cathedral
Everything is
flammable.
flammable if you try hard enough.
Oh, I'm just making fun of Tim. I'm just making fun of the way Timon speaks.
That is just the most HG quote ever.
What's that?
Everything's flammable if you try hard enough.
I'm watching that dude park that fucking boat. That's insane. Cool.
Well, that or at some point somebody decided, hey, you know what? We should get a little kid out there on the beach right next to where it's going to pull up with some little rubber things. Have him try to aim.
Well, they're good at healing in case they go horribly wrong.
All right. So random chip, Random chip. Random chip. Random chip. All right. Did you guys already give me those stealth rolls? No, you did not.
No. Want to do it right now in the tower?
Yes. You're going to give me stealth rolls, but I'm going to give you a +2 bonus because you've taken the time to kind of, is this hidden? Have I got this? You guys are kind of checking each other out, making sure that none of it looks it looks conspicuous or blatantly
And you want
obvious.
us to apply the +2?
Yeah, just go. Well, yeah, it doesn't matter. You can roll it, and we can add 2 to whatever you roll.
We're in the city though, right? This doesn't count as the wilderness.
You're in the city. Yes.
I was worth a try.
Fuck. I mean, look. All right. I need 3 more
Is
rolls.
Timmons for all of us, or just Timmons himself?
It's Timmons for all of us. Fuck no. No, it's all you guys got to give me.
I thought you
Shit.
said one roll for all of us.
No,
You
you're
said
gonna
one
each.
roll for all of us.
Well, I meant you're
One
each
roll
gonna
for
do
the
one
whole sneaking.
And Jeb gets a +2, so 1, 2, 3. HG.
Am I the only one who actually did it in the tower?
HG's the only one that needs to roll that stealth roll. So what I will, there he is, 2, and he gets a 2. So that's you guys succeeded. You guys make it through Los Angeles without any confrontation. But let me kind of paint a picture for you as you're walking through the city. I mean, calling the cavalry, it better be the freaking Army of the Potomac or something. Because there are people armed in this city, but they're all officials. You see little groups, little clusters of 5 of these fallen or lost angels, in their red robes and stuff.
Fallen Angels probably works.
Well, yeah, exactly. But some of them kind of act like thugs a little bit with some of these people, but for the most part, I mean, just consider a police force. You're going to have mostly good people with some thugs, unless you got a completely corrupt police force. But these red robes are just, I mean, these are just grunts probably. You figure this out going through the city. People seem pretty happy here. Everyone greets each other on the street, and the closer you get to the east side of the city, you notice that there's basically been a barricade built, and you're coming up on this barricade, and when you look through and beyond, like these great big doors that they've got, which there's only one, and you can ask directions and stuff and make your way through, and people will point you in the right direction. There's one great big freaking gate. And beyond it, it looks like just ruin. It looks like what the skids did after you guys burnt a third of the neighborhood down. Just looks like devastation. There's still smoke coming up out of it. And you who were here at the battle realize that this is the part of the city that you slipped through that one of the bombs hit. So
It's probably good that we got out when we did. Hey, wasn't that the inn that we took shelter in briefly, or was?
Wait, Jeb, are you saying that you destroyed this town as well?
No.
This whole time,
This is not our doing.
Schultz is looking behind us to see if those.
We just helped the guy get here that blew the place up. We just helped the guy to get here, that's all.
Schultz is what?
That's a good thing. He's going to be looking for those.
Looking behind to see if those 2 guys are following you.
Yeah, Jeb's doing the same.
Okay, very good. Jeb, you and Dr. Schultz both do not notice. Matter of fact, Jeb, you're pretty fucking positive that ain't nobody following you. Let's see, what else? Where was I going with that? I was going somewhere. Talk about when your train of thought derails.
There's a big gate.
Oh, Brad, you would see, Doc Fang would see, you do see some Native Americans, but they are dressed in a very Western not like Wild West, but they're dressed like the white men. They're wearing store-bought breeches and jackets, and they've got their hair cut short in some instances. In some instances, they don't. But you see no Chinese. Matter of fact, you're probably the only Chinese that any of these folks have seen in the city for a while, because you see none others. Um, and you would hear some different languages spoken, uh, mostly European. Dr. Schultz, you'd pick up some Deutsch being spoken. Uh, as you pass by this little tavern where they seem to be eating, and then you go down a little bit further, and a couple of Frenchmen speaking here. But you make it to this gate, and as you step through the gate, Timmons and Jeb and HG would remember that this is where one of those three bombs hit. And it hit this eastern edge of the city and just destroyed everything. And you see that shit is still on fire, and it still smells like ghost rock burning.
God love that smell.
And it's been what? Let's see. Let's go check the calendar. How long has it been? 1, 2. You guys started in April, didn't you? Yeah, so it's been 2.5, 3 months since this event happened. Well, about 2.5 months, I guess. Town's still on fire. And then you see this huge cliff face. There's a road that's kind of been built up around that road, and then up at the top you can see, you guys remember making this walk to get away from this battlefield when everything was devastated from that big battle. And you've made this walk once before. And eventually, about 9 in the morning or so, you take about 3 hours to walk through the city and up to Perdition. And you come into town, you guys, the first thing you'd notice is the town's grown quite a bit. And no, I haven't redone the map yet for it, but so I couldn't find a map of the town of Perdition, California. So I'll remake the one I did if we need to. Jed, they probably couldn't spell you. I'm sorry, Timmons?
I guess we're asking directions how to get to that tavern or whatever it was.
Well, we know the way to Perdition. We probably know the tavern.
Fallen Angel Saloon or whatever.
It's a saloon, yeah.
Fallen Angel, I believe is what it was called. Open that up, and yes, the Fallen Angel Saloon. Memory like that, that's worth a it's worth a chip. Okay.
So that's what happens when you eat your vegetables.
So you guys make your way through town, and you come to a newly built tavern. There's been probably 2 city blocks of wood frame buildings built in the last 2.5 months since you guys have been gone. No insulation, nothing. They're just clapboard buildings, and think of the series Deadwood when they were building the that mining camp. Clapboard walls, pretty rough, tin roof.
Barns.
But you make it in there. And there's people kind of cleaning up, getting ready for the day. There's not really anybody in here right now. It's about 9 in the morning. You guys want to they tell you, well, we don't really open till 10, but you're welcome to sit around.
Is there some place to get a meal?
He says, oh, yeah, there's the chuck wagon right up the block here.
Sounds good. Let's go get some chow.
Jim's about that.
Hey,
And
maybe you'll look up and we'll have breakfast tacos.
what you find is almost like the taco truck. You know, you see a big empty lot, and this town is growing up so fast. You can see there's some restaurants too that you could go into, but the chuck wagon is just this big open lot, and it's full of food trucks basically, just people cooking, and there are thousands of people walking around. Perdition has exploded in growth since the last time you guys were here. So,
It's Burrito Saturday.
farther. Did he just crap himself while he was doing that? But you see a lot of people working. Yeah, it's Saturday, but they're working, man. I mean, there's people building stuff left and right. There are these big, heavily constructed uh, ore wagons being pulled by like 4 teams of big mules or draft horses, and they keep hauling what looks like ghost rock um, from the collection tower here, like they're headed down into the city or towards the railroad with this ghost rock. They're getting their carts filled up and they're pulling it away from the town. But you guys can find breakfast. Is there anything else you want to do before noon?
Well, out of character wise, I gotta go pee.
You can go pee out of character wise, but is there anything in character? Is there an argument
Well,
going
I
on
think
over
we
here?
should look around a little bit to make sure that there's nothing too suspicious in town.
Yeah, it just looks like a boomtown's what it looks like.
Quite a lot of people, indeed.
You can give me a notice roll, see if you're being watched or followed, or streetwise roll, either one. I don't care. If you'd rather give me
Well, I
streetwise.
don't see anything.
Yep. Nope, streetwise. Doesn't look like. I mean, there's people ain't paying a bit of attention to you guys. And people here are. Some of them do have sidearms on. Some of them are carrying shotguns. Some of them are carrying rifles. But most of them are just workers, carpenters,
Seems much
masons.
more like our sort of town.
Does it appear that there's maybe a gun shop here as well?
You can ask around. See if you locate a gun shop, and eventually, I'm not going to make you roll for it because eventually somebody's going to tell you, yeah, it's, right down there. It's called the Tap It Once.
Tap it once. That is a good name for a gun store. Yes, very good. Thank you, gentlemen. Do we need to stop and perhaps peruse the inventory?
Oh, I say we got a little bit of time to kill. We might as well be doing some shopping. I don't mind looking at some guns.
You guys are more than welcome to look at some of the guns and do a little shopping if you want to. You go in, it's a pretty much fully stocked. Anything in the Deadlands Reloaded catalog or item shop. I wonder if Matakuri's stuff is it core RPG?
Most of his stuff is, yeah. What
I'm
are you
wondering if
referring to?
I'm wondering if the shop plug-in that he did would work in Deadlands. No, because it's based on a currency system,
Only 5e.
and I did
Yeah.
send him the currencies that we're using in here. I said, but it can vary really. I said you're gonna have Deadlands currency. You could have currency for a futuristic scene or whatever. I said it could vary a lot. Let me look here. Items ranged. It doesn't allow you to search by. If you go to the
Back.
yeah. Welcome back. Like you're probably not going to find a flamethrower here.
We already have one. It's
Or a
called
laser
HG.
MG. Yeah, no laser MG. Anything appropriate for
Obviously.
the period, unless you want HG to build you a ghost rock weapon. Because you see a big sign on
And
the
even then, I
wall that
probably wouldn't
says
trust it.
no ghost rock weapons
Nope.
So I'm
allowed.
actually better.
Do what, Wicked?
So I'm a little bit better than a flamethrower.
Yeah,
I
hell,
don't think I can keep it up as long.
you got a walking flamethrower with you.
Well, I don't give them an evasion roll.
Well,
Yeah, we have a living flamethrower with us.
yeah, so do your shopping there. If there's anything that, questionable, but anything appropriate for 1879. No rocket launchers,
Maybe we could get a bowstring for our Native American friend.
I was just gonna say that.
That's an excellent idea, gentlemen.
Actually,
Perhaps get them 2 or 3.
I think the composite bow or the compound bow is available in here. Oh, there's a repeating bow, a winch bow.
Yeah, but would a compound bow have been within this time frame, this era?
No, because they were invented by Fred Bear, just not too far away from me here.
I just do notice that the Deadlands Reloaded Smith & Roberts 1880 catalog does include a chainsaw.
No, no chainsaw, but yeah, Fred Bear. I think it was in the 50s or 60s. He did the compound bow, if I'm not mistaken, or yeah, compound bow. Ted Nugent tell you all about it.
You're
Let's
kind of
get
going
a chainsaw for Rob Conway.
We
When
have
we
a show.
get to the place we can do that.
We have shurikens.
There could be shurikens here, shurikens.
Yeah, it's down to the bottom. Under thrown weapons, boomerangs, knives, sharpened hubcaps. Holy shit, hubcaps! What the fuck? Holy fuck! That's funny.
Timmons might want some of those for his wagon.
I think HG can hook you up with hubcaps with spikes on them or something.
Did these hubcaps come in 40-inch? I got 40-inch wheels.
You
on
must have Deadlands Hell on Earth loaded. That's what. Yeah, you've got Hell on Earth module loaded. I ought to fix that right now because that stuff wouldn't be available. I don't think I've got it loaded anyway, but it may be shared. Yeah.
I just unloaded it anyway, so
Smith and Robarts have a lot of things that would otherwise be
Yeah,
ahead of
I'm
the
going to
time.
unshare Smith and Robards for the time being.
But they have a hat periscope.
All right, Inspector Gadget.
We call him HG.
Okay, so we'll say that while you guys are in Perdition, you're able to buy some weapons. You can look through there. But I'm going to put you back at the Fallen Angel Saloon. And promptly at noon.
Hey, Barb,
Yeah?
you're going in and out with the robotics.
Serious?
Yep. And there is somebody parked outside my house.
Beat it. It's the cops. Is that any better?
The fuzz.
Hello.
Run, it's the fuzz.
Can
That
you?
sounds better.
So,
Yeah, I changed it to the East server. Okay. So. Lacey walks through the doors of the Fallen Angel promptly at noon. And he's dressed in his trademark
For this?
white suit and fedora. Now, there's only 3 of you guys that have seen this dude before. But anybody who reads the Sunday edition of the Tombstone Epitaph, which is available all over the place around here, every Sunday, sometimes Monday, depending on whether or not they got the telegraph or the teleprint, whatever on it. So you guys would all have read Lacey O'Malley's columns in the Tombstone Epitaph. But you see him walk in, trademark white suit and fedora. He looks around a bit, spots the party, takes a seat with you.
Good to see you again, Lacey.
Glad you gentlemen decided to make it. I was getting concerned I had not seen you around town.
Oh, we've been all up and down the coast here.
I've heard a few stories myself.
I understand it's only alleged that they burned down that city.
One of these days when we get the time, you guys are going to have to sit down and kind of fill me in because you can only believe about it. Listen to half of what you hear, believe half of that. Of course, sometimes you can make people believe other things, and my job does require a bit of that skill sometimes to make things interesting.
Wow.
But for the most part, there's some weird shit going on around here.
Perhaps between our next visit, I can send you correspondence via post
He said,
about
well,
our exploits.
then you can just send it right here to my office. I got a new office right here in Perdition.
Really?
Yep, they sent me out. Shoot, after I left you fellas, I went back to Tombstone, and they sent me right back here and said get set up in Perdition. And it was a good thing because, as you can see, it's quite industrious out there. This town is exploding like not like a ghost town. Ghost town. The ruined part of Lost Angels that Hellstrom blew the shit out of.
Why did he blow up half the city anyway?
Well, according to him, he was just trying to end the war. He made some big statement, sent it to all the major newspapers. We ran it as well, but we buried it back in page 4 or 5.
You know what? I have a feeling, Lacey, you might actually be able to help us with a little bit of information.
Yeah, what's
Have
that?
you ever heard of somebody being killed and then them coming back? No, I mean, not like zombies and mindless and everything, but mostly normal?
He looks at you and he says, "You mean the Harrowed?"
Yes, them.
I've actually known a few.
Well,
Not
you
all
know
bad
another one now.
fellas, really. Well, never mind. Strike that.
Well, you know another one now, and I'm not so bad, I don't think.
He looks at you, kind of cocks his head, and you see his eyes start to get as big as silver dollars for a second, and then he seems to get a hold of himself. Let's see what Dr. King Schultz is. Uh-oh. What the Oh, fuck, that's funny. Look, he didn't kill himself and break his neck.
Company.
When he finally kind of comes to his senses and gets control of that fear check, you know what? I'm gonna make him roll a fear roll. I think. Fuck that. Fucking right, I am.
Yeah.
He's gonna roll a spirit roll. Oh, yeah,
He's fine.
he's fine. Of course, he is the one that reports on all this weirdness going on. Um, he kind of sits up and he goes, "Do you mind?" And he gets a little
Mind?
and he puts his ear right up to your chest. And he,
Oh, I'll do you one. I'll do you one even better. And he'll kind of lean back a little bit and pull his shirt, unbutton his shirt a couple times, kind of pull it off to the side. And he sees a couple of bullet holes just right in his chest.
well, and he sees this big purple bruise that's never went away from where that tongue
Oh
palms you
yeah,
in the
that.
chest. This huge purple spot, and I mean, it does look like a purple spot on a cadaver, in the morgue. That hit and run driver, the cadaver that's in there, and it's got a big bloody bruise spot on it. But he listens and he goes, "I'll be damned." Well, it happens, and then he kind of sits back like it's no big deal. And he jumps right into the reason he's contacted you guys. He said, "I'm sure you remember our little mission during the Battle of Lost Angels and our failure to locate a certain friend of mine, Samuel Hellman. Well, Sam wrote the book on Reverend Grimm, and literally, he filed a lengthy report to the agency a few years back that was less than flattering for Grimm and his cult. How'd I see it? Well, I have my ways, but anyway, Hellman suspected Grimm and his minions were sacrificing folks for some nefarious reason. But before he could prove anything, he disappeared. Now, I have a friend who's a stonemason. He recently went out to Grimm's prison in the Bay, the Rock. I don't know if you've seen it out there or not, but he was unfortunate enough to see where they keep their prisoners. And he knew Sam, and he swears he saw him being hustled down a hallway just before he got to work. I can't imagine he and Grimm are having tea together. I have no right to ask what I'm about to, so I won't sugarcoat it. I need you to break into the Rock and get Hellman out of there. And before you say no, I have a plan that might help. I've persuaded a certain
Oh,
maze rat who owes me a favor. He's going to make a raid on the Rock. And while he's doing that, you guys are going to slip in through a drain that my stonemason friend was hired to seal up. He left it, let's say, less than sturdy for just such an emergency. What?
Oh, probably rain in there somewhere.
Yep.
Oh, drain.
Rain.
Well, you happen to be in luck because that's one of our specialties, isn't it, Timmons? And HG.
That sounds kind of exciting, Natalie.
Well, as you guys are discussing this, that's where we're going to leave it tonight. It is the top of the hour, and network issues. Twitch had an issue. Discord had an issue. Had to change server. Let's see. Is there anybody out there? Let's see if we can catch Jingo and go raid another Deadlands game. Pretty quiet in Streamland tonight, and go raid another Deadlands game.
Bed.
All right, later, J-Rob.
All right.
Good night,
See you,
guys.
J. Rob. Thanks. Good night, Benno. You know what? There's only two of us on here anyway, so I'm not raiding anybody tonight. We're just going to shut her down. All right. Well, whoever's left, tell them thanks for stopping by, and we appreciate it, everybody. Come by and see some Curse of Strahd tomorrow
Thanks.
night right here with me and Drake and Vino and J. Rob and Brad, and I think everybody that's here tonight will be back tomorrow night. So we'll check you then. Until then, happy gaming. Have a good weekend.
good night. I hope you are having a good day.
Darr.